Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here. How you doing? Right, a few of you have been complaining there have been no great maps of late, and there's not really too much I can do about that. If they're not being published, then there's nothing great for me to review, but we're doing what there is available. And today's map is quite nice. It looks really good. The detailing is fine. The gameplay potential is, well, it's got an interesting gameplay mechanic. Let's put it that way. I'm not saying it's bad just yet. You can make up your own mind, actually. I think it's one of those that will be down to taste. And it's certainly good for a good rural local build. And if you like that kind of thing, then show your appreciation in advance by hitting that like button. Thank you. That's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. And remember, you're liking the channel and not necessarily the map. Thank you. Today's map is Palmer Bay by Giggly. Now, Giggly is a name well established. A lot of people love Giggly's work, and we have done Giggly a couple of times in the past. There's your start square. We did them in episodes 306 and 429, where they scored 9 stars and 8 stars respectively. There's your resources. Now, 9 and 8 are low scores, really, and always let themselves down with the detailing. Well, that has been put right in today's map. It is a mass transit map. We'll be using Owl's Albedo theme and the Rhyolite 2 Natural LUT. There's also requirements for some rocks, a few trees, and being that there's 300,000 trees on the map, the Unlimited Tree mod is also highly recommended too. Now, this is the only highway running through the map. I know it's going to scare a few of you. Please don't go away because it's actually a little bit more complicated than this. Okay, but this is the only highway that you will see running through the map. It's a national road, clearly, and it's got no traffic on it, which makes you wonder, hang on, is this a dead-end road? Does it have connection problems? Well, the answers to those questions are no and no. A little bit of elevated section here. I'd like to see a little bit of terrain work instead on that section. This next section, that's fine to be elevated. I'm okay with that bit. But yeah, there's nothing broken with this road. It's not a dead-end road. It is connected at both ends. It is connected to the edges of the map as well. And the way that there is no through traffic is by a clever gameplay mechanic, which I mentioned earlier. And that's fine. You may not like it, but the mechanic is fine. I do have one question with the mechanic, but that's a personal thing. And for me personally, I'd be quite happy with some traffic running through the map. I don't have any big problem with traffic running through my map, thank you. Past the rail embankment there. It's the only time you're going to see that one, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I failed. I should have taken that rail route, but you won't see that later on. Heading towards the start square now, and I'll say, okay, the standard of the road making here is nice. It's level, it's smooth, it's wending around a little bit just to be a little bit interesting, and I have no real issues with it. And of course, the fact that it goes through the start square is a bonus. It really is a bonus. Speaking of start squares, we are about there now, and there you are. And you can see already we've got a lot of build plane there. So you could do a small rural town, or you could actually go and build a big city. The question, will a highway like that deal with the big city, is a different question altogether. Now we're going to go and have a look at the bridge, but before we get to the bridge, we've got this poor little tree underneath the highway. It's not going to get a lot of light under there, and will probably shrivel and die if such a game mechanic actually allowed it to happen. Over the high bridge, which means there's probably a shipping route under there. We'll have a look at that after the intermission. And yes, today, we do have an asset review, unlike yesterday when we didn't. because I forgot. Although it will appear later in today's show, so don't worry, we won't forget, and we do have a factoid. Anyway, we're getting towards the edge of the map now, which is a good thing too, because I'm running out of things to say about, well, this slightly disinteresting and unbusy national road. Get towards the edge of the map, and it nips into a tunnel right at the edge of the map. Oh, hello. A tunnel. And if we have a look at the other end, where we started from, don't forget this is the only road. There's a tunnel there. Where are those tunnels going to? Let's have a look. There he goes. Up the edge of the map. Okay, now this is what a few of you are going to not like this. A few of you will think this is genius. And somewhere in the middle is where I live. Somewhere in the middle. I don't think it's genius, but I also I think it's clever. And I'm not entirely sold on it though. We've got an outside connection here with the highways tucked in the corner. And if we go up to this corner up this way, we have another highway connection tucked in the corner right there, which is fine. And there is a third one up here. Now the design is to take the traffic away from the national road running through the middle. But I don't know why we need 3 outside connections when 2 would do. That's my only grumble about this one. So yes, the blue arrows there are the outside connections, and the red arrows indicate where our highway starts and finishes. Okay, does that make sense? Maybe? A little bit? Okay. I'll put a line in as well, shows you roughly where the national road goes. Okay, right. Then have a look at the rail. Now the rail is okay. It is a bit of a hilly terrain, and I'm not entirely sold on the route that the rail takes. That said, although I'm not going to switch the terrain lines on to see whether it is flat, it looks flat enough to be believable, and that I think is the least we can ask for really from the map. Where's that popping out? Over here. Now you may notice today with some of the rock detailing that it comes out a little bit of an angle there. It's not too bad. Some of the rock detailing might pop in and pop out a little bit. I think I've got prop snapping left enabled. I normally disable this before loading up a map because it can cause some problems with the rock work. I think I have forgotten to do it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've forgotten to do it for today's particular review. I like this. Pops out of the mountain, goes across the bridge, pops back into the mountain. I think that's nice work as well. But yes, if you see anything funny going on with rocks, that is me and not the map. And I apologise to Giggly. That would be bad work from BonBonB. Nips across here into another mountain. Where's that coming out? A lot of these tunnels are fine. There's a lot of them. There are a lot of them. Where's that going? Shall we have a check out of that? Or let's see where the train's going first of all. If we cut it just goes on into the map. Where's that head off to? Heads off towards the centre. Oh, we haven't got all day to be going back to the centre. Let's check out the mountain route. Cuts into the mountain and pops out over here right at the edge of the map, which means intermission.
Are you confused by all those buttons running along the top and bottom of the screen? And what was that icon for again? Does anyone know? Then you need BonBonB's Beginner's Guide to the User Interface. Click the information button now.
And back to Palmer Bay by Giggly. We have shipping routes, and we do have an asset review coming up, don't worry. Shipping routes are fine, absolutely fine. We don't have any right angle issues going on with the shipping routes. There's these little triangles which smooth out all the corners, which is good. The air routes, I've got to be honest with you, we have a bit of a Zorro going on with the air routes, with the zigzags. But yeah, if you don't mind your planes, perfectly high bridge there, lovely. If you don't mind your planes taking steep banking at certain places, if they have to, then that's fine. It's the sort of thing you notice less than ships turning slowly on their pivot, because ships have pivots, you know. We've got rivers, and all the water is flowing down towards the middle of the map, which may leave you wondering about sewage, because if there is no escape from the middle of the map, then there's a problem. The water's flowing in from this way, and the water's flowing in from this way too. So let's have a little look at, yeah, it's all coming in there this way as well. So the start square is the key area. Water is flowing this way, and this is your start area here. It's not really going to get a chance to escape that way. But on this side of the peninsula, yes, you do have water flow. So a bit of planning, you can sort that out. So it's not a problem. Now let's see what the problem is. You've got one water spawn point in the middle of the lake there. Now that is where the issue is. Giggly does talk about this in the description. I think it could be solved quite easily. I'm going to do a rush job here, and I would suggest this would take a bit more time to fix. I'll put a second spawn point in there as a drain. I'm going to drop the water level down on that one, and then I'm going to put a third one in just to balance out the water over here as well, and we'll put that a little bit higher. There we go. So that's not like the actual lake level. We'll give that a chance to balance out a little bit, but you'll see that we should get a little bit of water flow in this lake now because of those positioned water spawn points. But there's it's a hash job. It's a hash job, but it will work. Okay. In the meanwhile, let's give that chance to settle down by having our this thing. The asset review. We might as well while we're here. Florence Residential 4 by Other Cakes. Again, I do love Other Cakes' work. I think actually this asset works so well in this terrain. It makes me want to do a rural build. And factoids, because factoids. George IV, King George IV, wrote so many love letters to Mrs. Fitzherbert that after his death they took 2 days to burn. Why don't you burn them? Mind you, probably some sort of scandal if they didn't. But yes, there we are. Florence Residential 4 by Other Cakes. This lovely building. That's today's asset of the day. And I am... Oh, it's a bit low. I should have pumped that a bit. Sorry, I seem to be failing badly today, don't I? I'm struggling a bit with asthma as well. If you could tell, I'm a little bit short of breath today. But anyway, yes, let's have a look at the water flow now. Now we've got these water spawn points. And yeah, we've got a bit of water moving towards the drain there. And there should be a bit of water moving away from this one as well. So yes, it is... Oh, is that a whale? I think we've got a whale in the lake. Oh, you poor fella. What's he doing in the lake? Oh, well, never mind. I'm sure he'll be fine. Okay, let's go back and have a little look at the overview of the map, shall we? And we've got plenty of build. Let's look at the rivers first. Now, the rivers, because of Al's Albedo theme, I am buying this. You don't need any extra river detailing along with a theme like this. Look at this, absolute. I love the sand work on it, and also the just the way that it all breaks up. It's really excellent work. Looks great. Now we're going to see some rock disappearing, popping in and out. Can't do anything about it now, but if we pull back a little bit, you can see that the detailing on there is quite intense. That's just, I'm sure that's prop snapping, and I apologise because I'm ruining it for everybody, including myself here. I'm sorry. But anyway, yes, rock detailing, fine, absolutely fine. We climb up into the mountains. Now, the water spawn points on here are, well, they're aesthetically interesting and they're consistent. They are all like this. So, realism be damned, but consistency be praised. And I don't have a huge problem with these because they are consistent. And it's an interesting design. Okay, I'm going to go with that. We've got 2 back-to-back here. So yes, I'm not going to mark Giggly up on these, but equally, I'm quite happy not to mark him down on them either. They're fine. They're absolutely fine. And then we've got another one up here with the glitching in and out waterfall. Oh, I'm so sorry. It'd be so nice if we didn't have this going on. Does anybody know a solution to this prop snapping thing? Because I would like to know it, because I could really use a solution for it. Even on my own particular map, I could use a solution. Okay, plenty of build plane in the middle of the map, and so yes, rural build or big city. And now you've seen that we've got highways. You know that we can actually get the traffic through on this thing, but that national road is going to restrict you if you do want to do the big city build. Yes. Anyways, all good. It's all good. And you know what else is good? Voting. I think we should give you an opportunity to cast a vote. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your votes really do count. We use them at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10 to find the best 10 maps of the month. And will this be one of them? I think it might be, you know. I'm not trying to find a nice thumbnail here. But yeah, I think this is quite a good map. I might not score highly on the star ratings, but I think overall I'd mark this quite highly personally. Aesthetically, I think it looks really good. Excellent theme, excellent LUT, good combination, good map design as well, excellent terrain work. Yeah, big score. 4. It's not a 5, 4. Detailing. Giggly's always let themselves down on the detailing, less so this time. I don't think it's outstanding work, but there's no problems with it either. There's literally no problems with it. Can I push it up to a 4th star? I don't quite see it, but it's a very high 3. A high 3 for detail. Well done. Gameplay potential. See, the problem is we have got some water flow problems, and that national road is going to struggle for anybody who wants to build a bigger city, and there's too much build plane for it just to be a rural build for me. I'm giving it 3 stars, but it's 3 going on 4 again. Palmer Bay by Giggly. I like this map. I like it. I would like to see just a little bit more traffic offered to the start square, and then I think that'd be a great map. That's just my only graph. Let me know in the comments below what you think. You usually do. You're really good like that. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to have a little vote. There's a vote on an old map on the screen now. I could really use mine. Hey, I'm going to go grab that one. Thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. I'll see you tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series.